Okay. Um, and I'm assuming I'm not in close proximity with anyone yet. If we just entered the room, nobody's noticed us, so those are good things. Um, I'm gonna ask uh, Little Rat Man what he recommends we do. Like, does that look like me to you?
It's enough to where I think you should probably go and spend the rest of the evening into your room.
That's a good point. I'm going to do that instead of watching the performance. Um, do you want me to stealth away, Brian?
If you would like to, that would probably be a good idea.
Okay, we're gonna give it a shot. Godspeed. Pretty average. 15.
Okay. All right, you are able to put your hood up on your cape and spirit away up the staircase with your key.
Awesome. I'm gonna key, open the door, and walk in.
Okay. Once you walk in, you see that there is a single bed, some furniture, a small desk, a chair, and also a what is it? It's a lantern. It's a hooded lantern sitting there. You do see that there is some tender twigs and a way to be able to the light the lantern.
Okay.
But you are able to see in the dark room pretty well to a point where you really don't need the lantern at all.
Okay. I'm gonna enter the room, lock the door, and do a quick once over under the bed, in the closet, bathroom, behind the shower curtain. Just check over the room, make sure I am alone.
All right. Yes, after a thorough investigation of the room, you do realize that you are quite alone. The window looking down to the street below is locked and has not been tampered with.
Cool. I want to stay there.
Did we give the criminal to the guards when we were coming in?
Not unless you told me you did. Right now he's probably laying in the back of the cart, but most likely you believe that the Teamsters have probably turned him over to the authorities.
Okay.
We never got his name, the little guy.
I don't think you really cared. You were just, yeah, you just
Sad.
kind of, yeah, you all just kind of beat him really thoroughly and then tied him up and threw him in the back of the cart.
Sounds about right.
I'm gonna go ahead and go up to the barkeep and kind of like hop up on a chair and point at the flyer and say, "What is with this man? What did he do?"
Oh, this fella right here is accused of actually killing the royal wizard of Furiondi.
Holy crap!
Yep, he is supposedly a spy for the wolf clans.
What kind of reward is there for him?
Oh, right now there's a 10,000 gold piece reward.
Wow, that's a lot of ka-ching.
That is.
Wait, can I go ahead and get a drink?
He said, "Of course. What would you like?"
Something light, for I am small.
Ah, very good. He pours you a it's sort of like a half pint ga- of it's a half pint of
Half pint.
sort of like a pale ale that doesn't look like it's going to kick you too hard later down the road. So you seem okay with it.
I will go ahead and give him what is owed, and plus a couple coppers, and say thank you.
He thanks you for your patronage and it says, Ah, yes, of course. Thank you very much. Will you be needing food this evening? We put in an order for you.
Yeah. If I could get some cheese and meat and maybe a little bit of bread.
All right. Yes, we can definitely do that for you. Will you be wishing it to be brought up to your room, or are you going to be sitting here in the dining room?
I think I will eat it here while I watch the performance that I think is going to be happening soon.
All right. It says just as you finish your conversation, you see that indeed the two halflings and the half elf on the stage start to strike up with their music. Two with violins and the other one with a mandolin, and they are really pretty good. They're you can see they're definitely young, maybe probably just starting out, but you can definitely see that they have talent.
I'll just sit and drink my drink and kind of bobble my head to the music. And
Okay.
Doesn't let you rash.
Okay. So you set up in your room, eating your rations, Armos, as Apton and Athena enjoy the show downstairs. Henry walks up to Athena and Apton and says, "Oh, it looks like the food's going to be coming out here in just a minute. I think we did pretty well today. I did talk with the Teamsters. They did turn our little wayward friend into the authorities. I think you would be happy to hear that there was a bounty on his head. So each of you get 50 gold pieces each. Very good work."
Yes.
He throws a pouch down in front of you, and 150 gold pieces spill out on the table.
Go ahead and hand Athena hers, and I will take the rest, and I will say that I will bring Armos his. He is not feeling so great right now. I don't think the travel rode well with his stomach.
He says, yes, it did seem, it was a little bumpy there at first. It did sort of pan out better as we got moving along, but I understand if he's not used to the road, it definitely does not help in any way, shape, or form. He says, well, I am going to take my dinner upstairs. You all have a wonderful evening, and see you bright and early tomorrow morning. I will knock upon thine door, and we shall be gone.
Fantastic.
Okay.
And
So
I will also look at the bartender and ask him for some sort of sandwich. Do they have sandwiches? Has the Earl of Sandwich been...
Earl of Sandwich. Ooh, Earl of Sandwich. Haven't heard that in a while.
That, like that brick of bread with, the chicken on top of it.
Yeah. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right. So, no. Unfortunately, they don't have anything like that here. It's kind of but if you're the person who wants to invent it for Greyhawk, you, Cleric Captain, may be the guy who's later down the road credited for the sandwich.
The Clapton sandwich.
The Clapton. That's it. That is it.
So I will go ahead and ask the barkeeper if he could just take some bread and put some meats in the middle and maybe a piece of cheese and another piece of bread on top, the other half, and I'll take that to go.
All right. They were definitely able to do that for you, and you head on up, or you continue to watch the show for. They do a set, which is about a 20-minute set. Afterwards, being that the place is pretty well packed. I mean, there are definitely people coming in off the street, enjoying the music and also the food, and so after that 20-minute set, they take a break. The hat is passed around the tables.
I will go ahead and put a couple coppers in the hat, and I will go up, tell Athena I'm going to go check on our compatriot, and then head to bed to pray and to get ready for tomorrow.
Okay, so just a real quick message from the chat. They said, hello, I can't seem to hear anyone other than the DM too well. So let's make sure that we are good to go on... I don't know if this helps out or not. Folks in the chat, make sure to let us know if you are unable to hear people. If you want, go ahead, guys, go ahead and say some things and see if the chat can respond.
Hello, Infernal Phenom.
Hi. Armos speaking, the charismatic one. The character, not the person. I'm not charismatic. I hope I sound good, though. And then there's one other person.
As Christina looks around like, what?
No, I was. She's testing it on the TV, so I was waiting to see if he's going to test it.
What?
Okay, so Infernal, how's that? Anything better? Everyone besides the DM is low. A little bit. I think he's still kind of quiet. Okay, so I went ahead and made some adjustments. Hopefully this will definitely help. You guys want to give it one more try so that make sure that everybody can...
So I'm guessing we should just speak up really loud and start shouting then.
Preferably not. It would just be like moving your mic closer. You have a thing, right?
Yep. Yeah, make sure it's like real close to your mouth, and give it another
like if
go.
you were to do a puff of air, move it just below that and then closer to your chin. You don't have to talk any louder. Don't do both. Please don't do both.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
How about now? Any here?
All right, so that sounds
here.
That's good. Okay, yes, yeah, we did a little tweaking. Everything seems to be fine on this end. Thank you very much, Vitram and Infernal Phenom, for jumping on and giving us a heads up on that. The only the only way that we know that we're doing a good job is if the chat lets us know so. So again, thank you all very much. All right, to get back to the show. So, Shane, you were saying that you were...
Yes. I'm going to go to Armos's door and give it a little rap-a-tap-tap.
Who is it?
It is I, Sir Cleric Apton.
Prove it. I'm kidding, I'll open the door.
I hold out the sandwich and tell him, here's some food, and we received a bounty on the person we killed, and here's your money. And I give him 49 gold and tell him 1 gold was used to buy the food and to thank the musical group who kept you from getting caught.
Cool. Can I tell if he's lying to me about the gold?
You can do an insight check.
I'm gonna do it once because I don't know you. I know you're a cleric. Insight. That is what they call it. 0. What the? How do I have +0? Man.
Get good, son.
15, I think that is.
Yep.
No. Yes.
Yep, that's a 15. So yeah, you were able to ascertain that no, he's being completely truthful with you. He is not trying to obfuscate any information. He is the real deal.
Then I take it and I say thank you very much.
I'm going to look at him. So, want to tell us about killing sorcerer there, buddy?
It's not me. It's not me, buddy. I don't know. I don't know. They're framing me. They're framing
It
me.
looks like you there, buddy.
Mm-mm. Nope. Must be another tiefling in the area.
I'm gonna go ahead and roll my own insight.
Okay.
Cool.
Oh.
That's still great.
Yeah. Alrighty. But so you have a feeling you kind of get this idea that he may be telling the truth, but he's hiding it so well. That can you Ricky, can you I believe they have a bluff. Do they have a bluff?
Deception.
Deception. See if you see what you get on that deception roll.
I have a +5.
Oh
Roll
my.
that one.
Let's roll.
Oh my.
That one.
Yeah. No, you were
Roll it.
completely no. He seems like he's totally up and up. You definitely believe that he is definitely not the murderer.
I'm telling you, man, I have no idea. We just got here, dude.
Yeah. But you can also tell he's not filling you in, of course, on all the nitty gritty of it. But you, from what you know, it's like no. He didn't kill anybody. He's good.
I know what you know, man.
So he's saying he did not kill him, or am I to believe that was not him on the picture?
No, you definitely believe it's him on the picture. He is telling you that he is not the killer, and he is quite sincere about it, or from what you're able to detect, that he does not. But the way he's saying that he doesn't know anything about it, and then he's being framed.
Right.
Okay.
The picture looks like me.
Yeah.
I think the picture's me.
Yeah, the
But
picture kind of looks
I
exactly like what's like right next to you in the stream.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, it wasn't
Man, whoever drew that picture sucks.
Man. For everyone in chat, Shane drew that for me. He did a good job. He also drew it with Fireball on there, which is like all I do. It's kick ass.
If you check our Reddit page by tonight, you'll see pictures of all three of our characters.
Yes.
Yes, all of the
hand-drawn.
original artwork done by Shane.
Yours
Yeah.
truly.
Yeah, technically, Christie's was done by her cousin.
Oh,
Big thank you to him, who I believe is in the chat as well.
oh, definitely. Yes. Make sure to give
Credit where it's due.
Yeah, make sure the credit gets spread around. We want to make sure that happens.
Like
Okay.
peanut butter.
Alrighty. So that is what you were able to figure out.
You're able to figure out nothing. Good job. We'll try again in the morning, though. Good night. Sleep well.
As he slams the door in your face and goes, "All right, mouse guy, get the hell out of here."
I'm not lying.
But it definitely does worry you, Armos, that there is a wanted poster
Yeah.
just right downstairs.
Yeah, because I don't know how to react to accusations. I'm just like, what the heck, man? I just got here.
I don't understand.
I'll turn myself in for $10,000. Like, hello.
I will go ahead and head to my room
Okay.
and begin my ritual prayers to Cord.
Okay, very good. Yes, your room is very similar. It seems that all these rooms are probably set up in about the same fashion. You have a single bed. You do have some furniture. Of course, a single bed to a mouse folk is a little
California
different.
King, baby.
Yeah, California King for the mouse folk. So you're actually you're loving it. So yeah, it's a nice. It's nice and comfortable, and you are able to get cozy pretty quickly. Okay, so Athena, I think you're muted because I don't hear yous.
Okay. I want to take a last look around before
You're pretty
heading up
quiet.
to make sure nobody's anxious or anything. Just like a last check before bed.
quieter? How did you get quieter?
I didn't. Really? Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, you need to really have your microphone almost right, just like how Ricky has it. Well, I mean, you
Yeah.
don't have to put it in your mouth.
I mean, if you want to, I can show you what my tonsils sound like.
What your tonsils sound like?
Can you hear me
Voice.
now?
Yeah, okay, that's a little better.
Okay. So I want to take one last look around before heading up to bed. Make sure, kind of see if I can predict if anyone's suspicious or anything I need to keep an ear out for.
Okay. So this is from down in the
Yeah.
dining room area. Okay. You pretty much realize that most of the people here are either just area farmers. You do have some probably local shopkeepers and things and people like that. But you don't see any strange, dark, hooded figures waiting in corners, looking at you from behind veiled eyes. You don't see things like that. So after probably about a good 10 minutes of just sitting there kind of taking in everyone, you decide that it's probably best to turn in for the night.
Okay. I'm going to go up and take a look around my room and then lock the door and go to bed.
Okay. All right. Very good.
So real quick on D&D Beyond, there is something called a short rest and a long rest on your character sheet towards the top. If we are resting for an hour doing nothing but just hanging out and eating, you can use short rest. Long rest, if it's over 8 hours, you can use that to regenerate health.
Yep. So make sure that you apply a long rest to your characters.
Through our
D&D Beyond. Yep. Yeah, it's right at the
I
top of
see it.
your... Yeah, you got it. Good. Christina,
Long
you were able to
rest.
find it?
I found it, but
Just don't know
got
what it does.
full HP, so I don't know if it did anything.
Oh, yeah. For somebody who just went out and slayed everybody, and didn't get touched, of course you wouldn't have to worry about that, right? Right.
Unless you have abilities that can only be used once per day or once per long rest, and then that'll take effect into that.
Right.
I could have one of those. I could not. We'll find out.
Okay. Very good. All right. Okay, so you all spend a restful evening, except for Armos, who, like I said, is a little disturbed that document is hanging downstairs, almost to a point, Armos, where you kind of think that maybe if you wait till the sounds die down from downstairs, that you may sneak down and maybe snatch.
Yeah, my spidey sense is tingling, so...
You
We'll-
think about
we'll
it,
do
but
that.
you don't, that's totally up to you, but you did, it definitely crossed your mind.
We're going to go ahead and do that. 2 a.m. sounds good.
2
That's-
a.m.?
that's a-
All
that's
right.
good.
So if you can, I need you to roll your stealth.
I'm gonna fall on my
And-
face.
I'm trying to remember, do we have a move silently in 5th edition, or is that... Am I falling back to my old Pathfinder days?
I think it's
Oh,
under
like half
stealth
speed.
is
It's under
kinda
stealth?
just...
Good.
I think that's all lumped into it.
Perfect. Okay. So yeah, you are able to creep on down. You are able to open your door, creep on down the staircase, and you are now behind the bar. As you can see, the fireplace that is there has been, where it did have a fire in it before, is now just glowing embers. There is no one else around, and you are easily able to reach up and snatch the document.
I'll take it and probably won't roll it up out here in case it makes any noise, but I will be keeping it. And when I get to the room, find a place to store it in my backpack or
Okay.
whatever.
Can you give me another stealth for going back upstairs to your room?
Oh, Mama, be kind.
Ooh.
Oh.
Okay, so as you pass by 2 other rooms, I need Apton and I need Athena to make perception checks.
Here we
Ooh.
roll.
Hmm.
Oh.
Okay. So, Athena, you hear a creaking noise of the floorboards right outside your door. And it wakes you.
I think I'm gonna wait a minute to see if they come in, because if they come in, then I can surprise them.
Okay. A few moments pass and you hear nothing else.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll calm back down.
You'll calm back down. Gripping your sword while you're laying there in bed. Yeah. No, totally understand that. So, Ricky, you are now back up in your room, door shut.
Yay. Safe and sound. Can't tarnish my image.
Can't tarnish your image.
Only I can do that.
All right. So, yeah, you take a look at the document. You can definitely see that it is true to what it is. It is a wanted poster. It definitely bears the markings of the High Chancellor of Furiandi himself, and it has the seal at the bottom, and it does say 10,000 gold pieces to whoever turns you in. Of course,
the Chancellor of the guy where we're going? What?
Yeah, you're heading right into the lion's den.
Man, what the fuck, bro? I've always wanted to be wanted, but not like this.
Not the type of wanted you were looking for.
I just wanted love.
Access denied.
Denied. Wanted for 10,000. God damn it.
Okay.
But looking over it, are there distinguishing features that for sure, like a fingerprint, like that's my face?
Well, while it is a pretty good likeness, you could easily see that the structure of the horns that they drew in seem to be different than your own. So instead of being sort of down and back, these sort of go down and back, but then they curl around back up to the top of your head. So you're thinking, somebody took some liberties with these with this horn set up here. Glad that I said facial wise, yeah, but man, those horns definitely scream. This might not be our guy.
Cool. Yeah, it's going in my backpack. And
Okay.
yeah, I'm gonna go back to sleep.
Okay. So you do so. You feel a little better knowing that you have sort of gotten a better look at it. And
Honestly, I don't. Not until I'm out of the building.
not until you're out of the bell. Well,
Because I still got to realize that the poster's gone, and I'm sure a person that put it up or somebody that works there would be like, huh, that was there, and now it's not. And he looks like him. So, until I'm out of the building, I'm nervous.
well, you also have to think when you first walked in and you were kind of looking around. I think you were more or less looking around, seeing what was going on with the stage and not really paying much attention to the barkeep. But once Apton was able to kind of inform you of what happened, you went into stealth mode. So you're thinking that you limited your detection by doing that. So that definitely helps. But you are still a little. You're now kind of concerned that, well, yeah, I took it. Now if somebody realizes it's gone, oh, guess what? It's the tiefling upstairs. Ha ha ha. Yes.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
We'll burn that bridge when we get to it.
Don't you burn me, mother. I will step on you.
Step upon thee. Yeah. So there you have it.
Squanch.
Oh man. Okay, so you are able to eventually get some sleep. As dawn is lighting the day through the windows outside, you hear soft rapping upon your doors and Henry announcing that he has come to collect you.
Good morning, Henry.
Can't hear you.
Good morning, Henry.
He as you all open your doors, and he says, good morning. So are we ready to once again be on our way?
Let us put this town behind us and the road in front of us.
I have taken it upon myself to go ahead and order us some food for the road. We do have to make our way to the City of Dyvers as soon as we possibly can. Even though we were sort of ahead of schedule yesterday, I definitely do not want to miss that boat. About that time, you see the Teamsters are heading up the stairs to grab your luggage. They, of course, wait for you to pack if you have unpacked things, but they're very quick and efficient and pick up your items and start heading out. As you make your way down the stairs, you do see that there are some people already here, but it seems to be sort of an early morning breakfast crowd where they just sort of sit around and drink hot beverages and chat about their day's work. Armos, are you going to try to avoid eye contact with people? Maybe throw your hood up?
Yes.
Okay, so you are...
Is that a performance?
I'm not really sure if it's a performance. Maybe a...
Because it would be disguised, but...
Maybe. Well, disguise is probably up under deception.
Yeah, I would say probably
under deception.
Maybe do the deception again. I
Yes,
think
that's a good
that'll be
roll.
better.
I hope so.
All right.
Yes,
wow,
I
21.
look like
Very
a
nice.
female.
Okay, yeah,
Aha.
you were able to definitely do that. You throw your hood up and you disguise yourself as best you can as you make a beeline for the door. You are not looking to stick around. Both Apton and Athena, you all notice that Armos looks to be maybe not it's not a jog, but he is definitely trying to get out of that building without making eye contact with others.
I'll go ahead and follow him.
Okay, so as you all make your way out, the carts are already waiting for you, and Henry is right behind you carrying a few cloth sacks. You can smell good things inside.
I will go ahead and hop up in the cart and open up one of the bags and grab some num-nums for my face.
All right. So you all jump in. The Teamsters are up. Henry is the last one up on the passenger cart. And you all start making your way down the dirt roads, which lead out of Maravan.
And we're still behind the cargo?
You are still behind the cargo.
Okay.
Yes. So it's us three and Henry. Is there a driver of the cart?
There is a driver and there is an assistant on each cart. So there are 4 Teamsters total.
And it's sort of an open cart, right? Not like a carriage.
The
privacy.
cart, the cart in the front is the cart which holds goods and things that they're trade goods that they're taking with them, and also your luggage. The back cart, the one that you're in, is more of like a Frontier Conestoga wagon. It's got the hoops that go over the cart, and it's got a tarp over top of that.
So there's some privacy between us and the driver?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there definitely is.
Okay, then while on this journey, I'm going to take the poster out and I'm gonna show it to everyone. Look, I took this down because this is not me, and I'll point out to them that the horns look slightly different, and that I'm also going to point out that this is where we're headed, and it's not good that I look like this person.
Okay. Yeah.
So
Before you get any further, you did know that Henry is in your cart.
yes,
The ambassador. Okay, that's good. Okay, so he looks at you kind of sternly and he says, "Ah, my good man, you should have said something to me earlier. I didn't realize that you could jeopardize the mission."
yes, and I want everyone here to know this is not me on this paper. But I gotta clear the smoke here, and I don't want any bad blood upon our arrival.
He says, "Well, before that, we definitely have to make sure that you keep under wraps."
Yes.
Now, do you
I will
know
do my best.
anything? He looks at you sternly and said, "Do you know anything about the death of this wizard?"
No, this is the first I'm hearing of it. Do you want me to do
A deception.
deception?
Yes. Okay. Very good.
21?
21. All right. Very good. He nods and he's like, "Okay." So, well, we definitely have to keep you under wraps at least until we're outside of Chendal and on our way to Amaral. If you're detected, there is a very good chance that you'll be arrested. And if you're arrested in my company, I will have to denounce you. You do understand that?
Yes, I understand. That's why I would like to dispel anything before something bad happens, and whatever you think is best for that to happen, that's what I'm all for. So whatever we can think up here,
He
whatever I can provide.
says, "All right. Well, we'll do our best. Just keep low." Okay. So he looks
Will do.
over at Apton. Henry looks at Apton and Athena and says, "So, do you all have anything that you would like to tell me also?" He looks a little nervous.
Not that I'm aware of.
I hope that we don't find any more posters that look like us. My character says
As
that.
Apton looks up at the ceiling of the cart.
Not that I think it will matter to you.
Okay. Well,
That
let's.
it matters to him.
Have you heard of Captain Blackbard?
The name is familiar. What? But he's not someone that we have dealt with in
Then it isn't a
Greyhawk.
problem.
Then it's not a problem. Well, good. He sounds like an interesting character.
Oh, you could say that.
Well, good. Well, hopefully this Captain Blackbard is not going to be looking for you along the streets and
No,
byways.
he's dead.
Oh, well, then that makes it even easier now, doesn't it? Was it by your hand?
No, I was with him on his pirate ship. I was his cleric.
Oh my, wow, we're learning so much about our escorts today. And then he just sort of casts a look over at Athena and says, "Kill anybody notable? Anyone?
Not notable.
Not notable? Just bandits, hopefully? Is that your claim to fame?"
If nobody touches me, I won't touch them.
Okay. All right. That's good. So at least I have one of you who hasn't been in some sort of scrape or something. Okay. Well, great.
I mean, I did just kill that one of those bandits that attacked us. Just
Well, that's
the other
okay.
day,
That's
but-
okay. He was endangering our mission.
Look, the resume didn't ask about our backgrounds, okay?
Don't ask any questions.
That's right. First,
Don't ask, don't tell.
that's
Broke
right.
the first rule.
You talked about it.
You talked about Fight Club.
Yeah. Or Stab Club if it's Athena. Stab Club.
Murder Club.
Murder Club. Alrighty. So as you all go bouncing down the road, as you can see on our map, the free city of Dyvers is not very far away from Maravan, and by the time it is noon, you are reaching the gates of this very large city. So,
I like large.
you like
cities.
large cities? Yeah, it's easy to get, easy to hide in. It's kinda-
See if you
Sometimes.
could find a place with makeup and like put makeup on your face, and then people think you're a girl. They won't even look twice.
Exactly, I'm that charismatic.
all right.
But then somebody would flirt with me and be like, "I know those horns." I'll be like, "No, it's a little curve."
Henry says as you all ride past the guards, and you're not even questioned by the guards here in the town, but you are looked at, and he says, I took a moment to put my my seal upon the outside of the cart. They knew we were coming, so we will not be getting any more of those document questions. He continues on and says, so the sun is now high in the sky. You finally make your way through the city's east gate, and you pull up in front of the Dancing Bear Inn. Henry sort of jumps out and says, well, we're going to be here at least overnight. The boat doesn't leave till tomorrow morning, so we have made excellent time. Thank you all very much for making it easy. And also protecting us. It said, so we will be here at the Dancing Bear at least until dawn tomorrow. Now, the boat, the Chaste Mermaid, will be pulling out right after first light.
That's funny.
Chaste Mermaid's gonna pull out. You said it. Don't blame me.
I know, it's terrible. Alrighty, so, yeah. So, yes, the Dancing Bear Inn is here, and it's inside the city along the main road. To the north lies the harbor and the Chaste Mermaid. Now, the Dancing Bear is famous, and people around do know about it, even as far as Greyhawk. It said the Dancing Bear is famous for its dancing bear Franz. 3 times a week, Franz takes the stage with his friend and companion, Esarana. Esarana is an elven ranger bard that excels at playing the violin. She plays and Franz dances around the stage in the dining room. Esarana never mistreats Franz. In the fall and winter months, Franz is free to roam the hills and glens near Dyvers. Even when he is on his own, Franz maintains casual relationship with the locals. Esarana hails from Emerald and has been working with Franz for over 10 years. You walk in and you realize immediately that the inn is extremely clean. Much more so than the Vile Lily. The clientele looks a bit more polished. The inside is whitewashed white, and clean windows appear or allow for passers-by to see Franz from the outside.
What's the time of day?
It's noon. So people
that's
are
right.
gathering for lunch.
Okay. A lot of people?
It seems to be a very popular spot. And
Okay.
from what you gather, Franz is supposed to be making an appearance for lunch.
Cool. Can I look over the room to see if I see an unseen servant? I mean, a poster of me?
Go ahead and make a oh my gosh, what is it called? It's
Perception.
perception. Yes. Once again. Ooh. Okay, so you're looking around and you're kind of thinking, so gosh, this place is kind of busy. There's, certain by the bar there's other things that are kind of tacked up around the bar, and so you're not able to get a really good investigation to see if one of your wanted posters might actually be under some other piece of parchment. It looks as
Okay.
though these other pieces of parchment are like fan letters for Esserina and Franz. So, but maybe under one of them may lurk a picture of you.
Interesting. Is there what's the table availability? You said it's really busy?
Yeah, it's starting to pick up, but you do see a lot of people are walking in and picking up food and leaving. So there is a couple of tables that are open, and one big enough for at least you all and probably Henry.
Okay. Does it happen to be near an exit or
Yep.
not in the middle of the room?
Right. Yeah. What you're probably looking at is a table probably closer to the back of the room, not near the stage area, because people are trying to fill up this around the stage area so they can get a good look at Franz's performance.
Okay, I'll recommend to the party. That table over there looks like a good place to settle down.
Okay. So, you all walk over and pull the chairs out, and probably within 10 seconds, you see a half-elven female dressed with an apron and common clothing, and she comes over and hands you these small wooden boards that have a parchment on them with a menu. She introduces herself as Zena Tan, and she says, "Oh, travelers or just visitors to our fair city?"
Little bit of both.
A little bit of both. Well, I hope you do find it as charming as we do. And she says, on the menu today is, of course, we do have lamb, and we do have roast beef. We, of course, have breads and cheeses, good wine, decent ale, but excellent mead. I recommend the mead.
I think I'll go ahead and get a round of mead for the table and some cheese and fruits if you can. And maybe we'll get something after.
Okay. She says, of course, and she spins off and heads back towards behind the bar to what you can only guess is a kitchen beyond. You all are looking around. People are not paying any attention to you at all. You just look like regular travelers. Every once in a while, you may see a small child come in with a parent or a guardian, and they will look over and see you all, but you all don't seem to really. The only one who really kind of draws a lot of attention, or even, well, not even a lot of attention, just a little bit of attention, is Apton, because mouse folk are not well known in the region, and so seeing a 2-foot tall mouse is kind of, especially for a kid, is kind of surprising. Not maybe understanding that you are actually a sentient being and not like Franz, the dancing bear. So you have some people you have some kids pointing at you, but they are a little too apprehensive to approach.
So it's rowdy enough that we can talk, amongst ourselves and
Yes.
not be.
You're muted.
Okay. So I want to ask Apton if he can keep an eye out, or if he can take a look around the room for a poster if he sees one.
Okay.
I'll go ahead and take a look and swiggity swooty, see if I can take a look and see if I see anything.
Aha. Very
Hey, let's roll the right dice.
Yeah.
We're getting bot rated.
From your location, you are unable to really see.
Sorry, that was the wrong roll.
Oh, was it the wrong roll? Oh,
Yeah, I hit
persuasion. trying to
That's
I
persuade,
fun.
almost did that.
trying to persuade these kids to leave you the hell alone.
Persuade the DM that I see that unseen servant.
Oh boy!
Okay,
Fuck
so-
off! Leave me alone!
You're kind of. It sounds like Mickey Mouse is getting.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Copyright infringement.
Yeah, that's all we need now. Oh my gosh. Okay, so you Apton stands up a little bit and is looking around the room, and you're thinking, hold on 1 minute, because you think you see something that is sticking out from behind one of the fan letters near the door. And you walk over and you lift it up. But to your to your not amazement, there's a better word for this. To your oh my gosh, wow.
Surprise?
What's that?
So surprise?
To your relief. How's that? It is not a wanted poster for Armos.
Okay.
So once you scan the room a little bit more, you kind of feel that you're probably in the clear. Maybe this has not actually, maybe it hasn't got here, or maybe the tavern owner just wadded it up and threw it away. Maybe even ended up in the fireplace. You're not really too sure. You're hoping. Okay, so a few moments later, Xena comes back and delivers some the drinks and brings out the cheese and bread board and takes orders. All the while, you can hear that the crowd is getting a little loud, and as Xena is getting ready to walk away, she claps her hands and throws them up and says, "Oh, great, Franz is here." And just about that time, you see the curtain behind the stage move, and this gigantic bear, easily standing 7 feet tall, is up on its hind legs and lets out a mighty roar as the crowd goes wild. They are clapping and cheering, and the bear is showing its ferociousness in front of the crowd. But then, as quickly as it does, you see the elven, his elven companion, Asarina, step out from behind the curtain and take a deep bow, and reaches over and pats him on his side, and he comes back down onto all fours, and you can see the complete change in the bear's demeanor, and he sort of prances around the stage a little bit. She puts her hands up like so, and he puts his paws on top of them as they whirl around the stage, and then he kind of lumbers off the stage and into the crowd where people are touching him, and she brings out her violin and starts to play. And as she does, you now understand why Franz the Dancing Bear is so popular, because as he's moving around the crowd, you can see he's kind of shaking his bottom or standing up on his two hind legs and twirling around and allowing the crowd to sort of be active with him. And you hear the sound of coin being thrown into copper cups on the tables to kind of help pay for the entertainment. So about another 5 minutes, your food arrives. People, the crowd isn't, you don't see it pressing in from the door any longer. It seems that everybody who's going to be here is going to be here, and Franz and Asarina put on a pretty good show for a good solid 40 minutes. And
It's a lot of dancing.
It's a lot of dancing and a lot of entertaining. And at the end, they both are standing on the stage. Franz is standing on his hind legs, and they both take a bow, and they end up going back behind the curtain. All the while, you can hear the crowd applauding. You see that now there's another waitress has brought out sheets of parchment, and they have writing implements which they use to. You see kids and some of the adults are writing little letters to the entertainment, and it's actually kind of cute. You find it interesting.
So during that performance, I'll be watching 50% of the performance, but I still want to keep an eye on the room and sort of what's going on. I'm going to continue to look for the poster. Would you allow me to do another perception check for that?
Oh, I suppose I could let you do that.
40-minute performance.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's give it a go.
Are you going to go out and dance with the bear? Oh, a natural 20.
A natural 20.
Boom. Okay.
Damn.
Again, so as you're scanning, also looking for the possibility of a wanted poster being there, you do not see a wanted poster either. So
and nobody eyeballing me?
No one really seems to be paying any real attention to you all at what you can pretty much figure. No one seems to be bothered with your all's presence whatsoever, which is
cool.
Which you guys are okay with.
It's nice to be a normal person. I don't want to always be Superman. Come on.
Superman. Yeah.
I want to be Clint.
I don't want to do that. Right. Exactly. So, you all, like I said, it was a 40-minute show. So right now it's probably closer to early afternoon. You still have a very large city you can explore if you wish. Or you can find other if there's other things that you wanted to do here in Dyvers. You could actually even go down to the dock and look at the ship if you wish. You have a lot of options.
I want to find a place where I can sell 2 crossbows because I picked them up from the people that attacked us.
Right. Okay. That's a really good idea. And you can actually ask your waitress if they're about the whereabouts of the market.
Okay. Wait, is she here?
She is easy to flag down.
Okay.
So if
Just snap at her.
snap at her.
Yeah, that never went
Worst
wrong.
thing.
Snap.
Serving
The
wench.
worst thing.
Yeah, it's probably not what you really want to do, but okay.
Food poisoning a week from now sounds good.
Food poisoning. I would like to order.
worse.
Yeah, I'd like to order a batch of salmonella. Wait, what?
Yeah.
Yes.
Just take that steak and rub it on your armpits before handing it to table 7.
Oh my
They're a bunch of morons.
Oh my gosh, that would be just absolutely terrible.
Yeah.
But
Armpit steak.
yeah, armpit steak. So you make your way. Okay, so yeah, she makes her way over to the table. She sees you were flagging her down, and she says, "Yes, how can I be of help?"
Would you by any chance know of a good place to sell some weaponry?
She said there are several different places you can go. I would suggest the market, which is in the center of the town. If you leave right from here, you make a right and head right down this street. You should run into the bazaar there. And once you're there, look for... I know that there's at least 2 armorers and a weapons master. Should be right beyond those first 2 armorers or blacksmiths on the right. So just keep holding to the right. You can't miss it.
All right, thank you.
Now, is there also a Temple of Cord here?
She thinks it's kind of stressed. Like there is a temple district. You can, of course, always check.
Fantastic.
I am not
will
familiar.
Take a look at that.
I am unfortunately not familiar, for I am not a follower of court. But I do understand that as travelers, you may be looking for some religious inspiration. And I would say that's.
Everybody's a convert to possible B.
She just sort of chuckles and she says, "Is there anything else?"
No, I think that'll be it.
All right. She slides a piece of parchment over, and you can see that your meals and drinks only came to 5 gold pieces total. But as you look at it, you see Henry just sort of look over and sort of pick up the piece of paper and said, "Got this." And you see him head to the bar.
Well, I won't fight with a free meal. And I'll hop up off my chair and start to make my way towards the temple district. Before I do that, I will ask Armos, did you want to go and see if you could find maybe a horror deity here for you?
Yes, I was thinking that, and I was not going to ask her, so she didn't look at me. So let's go.
Let's go see if we can find your whore.
Okay, for those people who are just joining us. Okay, whore is a, I believe it is a Forgotten Realms deity. I believe. I'm hoping. That Armos seems to be a new convert to. So, if you need to look it up, it is HOAR, I believe. So, not WHORE.
We're family
We're not
friendly.
we're
sometimes.
Sometimes, depending on sometimes depending on Ricky.
Very dependent on that, dude. I don't know what it is.
Or
PG-13
you know how to pick
is my
'em.
middle name.
Yeah, it's like, what rhymes with ribbit? That's all I need to know, right?
That's all. That's what it is.
Maybe one day, if we get a chance, the what rhymes with ribbit will show up on the Reddit, and then you all will be shocked and horrified that that's on there.
At the time, I think I was 16. That's what makes the story good.
I'm 16 going on 17.
And how old are you now, Ricky?
24.
Holy mackerel. I've known you that long?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Think how old you must
I've known you
feel.
that long.
Oh, I know I feel old. Alrighty. So you all make your way out of the Dancing Bear, and you head into the city proper. And as true to her word, yes, you follow the instructions of your waitress, and you find yourself in a grand merchant area, a grand bazaar. And there is everything that you could possibly want. Or even kind of dream of. It's like, wow, you even see some very interesting just things that you've never seen before. You see large jungle cats, which are you see one or two that are being led by burly looking barbarian types. You're kind of eyeing them a little bit, being that the barbarians themselves are right now at war with your kingdom, so you're kind of wondering, okay, where do their loyalties lie?
I updated my background photo.
You did? What did you do? Oh no!
Disclaimer on it.
Put a disclaimer on it.
That way, they just know. They just know.
Okay, I'm trying to see the disclaimer. What does it say?
Whore is my deity.
Whore is your deity. Okay, good.
Maybe I should make it bigger.
Yeah, maybe. Alrighty. Oh, I
Make
see
the
it.
whore bigger.
Yeah. And to me, it looks like it's backwards. So.
It shouldn't be.
Yeah. So in my camera, it looks like everything is backwards, which is hilarious. But it's okay.
Yeah, I was going to say, because if I look on Twitch, it's the right way around, and on my Skype, it's the right way around.
Good. Okay, so it's just me being weird. Okay. Which is
Maybe.
normal. It's not a big
Bizarro
deal.
world over there, Brian.
Hey,
Wait.
hey, here I am.
No, he's right. It flips it again. What the heck?
I was gonna say it doesn't look like it's English.
Yeah, my bad. Okay. All right. I fix it.
It's like Ricky has taken a crash course in, like, it looks like a combination of Cyrillic and Finnish, which would be a slap in the face.
Yeah. I try.
Polish.
Yeah. Was it Polish?
Try not
Could be. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. Kind of weird. Hungarian? No. Maybe. Whatever. I am sorry
It's
to
just
any of those
backwards.
people who happen to be from those European countries that I just maligned. I am very sorry.
Try not to offend people.
Yes,
That's
we
why
try
I put
not
that
to, but-
disclaimer up.
That's why we put the disclaimer up. Okay, so the first place you do come to is the armor merchant and weapons smith. So Athena, you walk in, you see a burly dwarven man who is standing at a forge with an anvil to the side as he is it looks to be dipping a sword blade into a barrel of some. You're not really too sure. It could be oil. It could be water. You're too far away at this point in time to see, but you do see him there. He does seem to be the only one there at the moment, and he does see you approaching. And as he does, he says, "Hey, how can I be of service to you?"
I've got some extra crossbows that I'm looking to sell. Would you be interested?
I'm always interested in weapons. Let me take a look at them.
Okay.
So you produce them and put them down on this little workbench that he has. And he takes a look at it and he's like going, they seem a little rough. Where did you get these at?
Oh, just left over from friends that upgraded.
Oh, okay. Well, see, you have chip stock here on one. I could give you 30 gold for it. It's a heavy crossbow, so it's not, people will be wanting it. And I could always replace the stock. So the other one looks quite good, though, so I'll give you 45 gold pieces for it.
Okay.
So what do you think? Sounds like a plan? Sounds like a deal?
So that's 75 total?
Let's see, that was 25 and 45?
Oh, I thought you said 35 and 45.
Oh, really?
Yeah. 35 and 45.
Why would I give you that? No, 35 and
Look at him
45 is
trying to
fine.
barter.
Yes, that's fine. Yeah,
Was
35
it
and 45.
35 or was it 25?
I thought I said 15.
Alright.
So, no,
So
35 and
Being
45.
old.
Merchant's kind of getting old.
75 gold is fine by me.
He's having a dwarf stroke. You forgot what numbers he was calling out. Oh, well. All right. So, you're looking around at his wares and things of that nature, and you see that he's got some pretty nice swords, but he has some spectacular looking axes, double-head axes. You're kind of like, that's pretty nice too. He does not seem to have a lot of daggers, though. Mostly it looks like he deals primarily with large-edged weapons. But he was definitely willing to take those crossbows off your hand.
Yes.
So,
That lightened my load by 10 pounds.
yep. Hey, that's pretty good. So, you end up walking. Are you going to do a little shopping here, or are you just going to head on out
Nope,
and
I'm
follow
done.
the?
I just wanted to get rid of those.
Okay. Anyone else needed to do any shopping, or are you going to just head off to the
Straight to
temple
my deity,
district?
if he's there.
Okay.
Straight to my deity. I've done that one before. Don't recommend it. It's an orb of annihilation. Don't use insight and then walk into it. Nah. Pathfinder. Woo!
Good times. Alrighty. So
Don't let me play the healer. bottom of the line. They'll do that.
That's true. Yeah. Okay, so you all head out and past the market district and into, it seems to be a neighborhood. Small apartments, things of that nature. Every once in a while you'll see like a small shop that is a part of a building that has some maybe like live-in tenements above it. And finally you see it kind of opens up into a really well decorated center square where you see different religious temples. You see a lot of different temples and stuff here. The one to Cord is easy to recognize. It's not too far away from the entrance into this section. The one for Horde seems to be more of a shrine than an actual temple.
Okay.
Yeah, you can actually see it. It sort of sets off near one of the, like a retaining wall, and it's a nice a shrine, but you can only see that there is one worshiper there who looks to be putting something at the base of the shrine. He has his back to you.
It's all about that base,
Okay.
Apton, you end up going up, sort of making your way up the stairs to this temple. And there you are once again greeted by an acolyte and a priest who welcomes you and looks and the priest greets you and says, "Ah, yes. Good afternoon. And how are you today?"
Hail to you as well. I am doing fine.
Okay.
I just came from Greyhawk and figured I would stop by and make kind of a trying to think of the word, just my rounds and say hi to all the different Cord temples on my way to Chindel.
Yeah. He kind of looks at you very quickly and he says, "Ah, a fellow man of the cloth. It is so nice to meet you." He says, "I am Jonathan Swifton, and I am the head priest here at this temple to Cord." So he looks. You can see under this guy's like robes. You can see he's probably he's a very muscular man and could easily just to be punched by this guy would probably be quite devastating and very unpleasant. So you're kind of admiring. It's like, yeah, I said, it's not often that we get mouse folk around here. And you are?
I am Cleric Apton Philip Mullins.
He reaches down and takes your sort of paw hand and shakes it and says, "It is good to meet you, Father Mullins. So, please come inside. We are just we were just finishing up with the noon prayers, and we do have some refreshment. Would you partake with us?"
Oh, absolutely. Never
All right.
turned down a good drink from a good person.
Okay, so you all walk inside, and it's very similar to the temple that you saw in Greyhawk. A lot of the same tapestry work and that sort of nature. You do see off to the side. You see an altar. When standing behind it is a large statue of Cord, and so you said and partake in chat. Is there anything specifically you would like to know or chat, or are you just passing the time?
Just a little bit of passing the time, but I will ask him. We are, like I said, on our way to Chindel. Is there anything that you all would need for us to relay to anywhere else that would be on our route?
He looks and says, unfortunately, no. We seem to be fine here. We are expecting some travelers in from south of Saline soon. We've actually made quarters for them. Some traveling priests and stuff of that nature, but they will be here hopefully within the next week or so. It's a shame that you missed them. I'm sure they would love to meet another fellow adherent to the faith. And so
That's very good. It's always fine and dandy to meet other followers from different areas. Never know what you could learn or teach.
right, exactly.
So I'm still back at the shrine, right?
Well, you're now approaching the shrine, and you're now
Okay.
coming up behind this individual. And as you get closer and closer, you realize that his clothing, his garb, is that of a commoner, but it looks to be in very poor condition.
Magallus.
And so he finally, just as you step up next to him, he does not smell foul, but he does seem dirty. He looks at you with a disheveled, sort of grime-streaked face, and he says, so may all be with you. And as he walks away, you notice that you see his hands are covered in blood. And as you follow the drips of the dabs of blood and stuff, you see that there is a heart setting on at the foot of the shrine.
Very
Shot
nice.
through the heart, and you're to blame.
We're gonna get copyright striked, aren't we?
Is there anything ritualistic, candles or incense or anything else?
There are candles, but with the light breeze that you have blowing through this area, they don't seem to. They probably wouldn't stay lit well.
Okay. There's just the shrine and the heart. Is it fresh? I can discern.
It
Is
looks like
fresh
it's
or-
very fresh, and it looks very humanoid. Another thing about the shrine, you do realize that it looks like to be some sort of alms box to the side.
Okay. Did I get the sense that this man was evil in nature? Can I discern that with something?
Do you have a
Usually
detect
insight.
evil?
No, just like getting a vibe for
A
person.
vibe? You can go ahead and do it with disadvantage
So just
because he's gone.
Insight.
Yeah, insight. And you'll need to roll twice and take the lowest. Because
how to execute that on this
because
bad
Anderson's a jerk. Okay, so that's your first
Insight.
one and your second one. So you got a 14. Okay, so you're kind of thinking that while he may not be like chaotic evil, because a chaotic evil person probably wouldn't have said anything to you at all. You're kind of figuring that, let's say, he was able to take somebody's heart, maybe, and he is following the rules and tenets. So, probably lawful evil? Maybe.
Very cool.
Or chaotic neutral. I mean, they can do stuff like that too, I guess.
Yeah. Very cool. Well,
But lawful evil is probably more of the way.
I appreciate that he kept going on his way, not forcing any interaction. That's cool with me.
Mhm.
All right. Well, so the coin that I got, it's a two face. What is it?
Yeah, it's a coin with two faces on it. that is the holy symbol of horror.
Okay. I will take it out and hold it in my hands, and I'll say the name of my the master that I seek to avenge, and I will promise to Hor that this heart will be brought to justice.
Okay. Make a perception check.
Perception. I really hate that I gave +0. That is not like me.
Ugh.
Oh,
That was
I'm stupid.
okay. So, as you are sitting, or as you're standing there in front of the shrine in prayer, you kind of, you're just like, you're not really sure if anyone, if horror is listening to you, or you're just trying to reach out. You're trying to find answers. You're trying to figure out who was the person who actually murdered your master, and unfortunately, the answers just do not seem to be coming.
Very well. Then I will put it away, tuck it away.
Okay, so very good.
And I'll seek my companions.
All right. So as you turn and make your way away from the shrine, you see Apton is saying goodbye to two gentlemen at the top of the stairs, the large granite carved stairs to the temple of Cord.
And giving them about 4 gold coins to put towards their coffers.
Okay. Very good. And then, of course, they thank you and say, well, Priest Apton, it is once again great to have met you, and I hope you do return to us again in the near future.
As do I. Your company has been greatly appreciated, as have your spiritual enlightenment.
Very good. So as once you have been able to, you feel that you've been inspired by this visit, and so you have gained 1 inspiration.
Woo!
Nice, huh?
Muscles.
Okay, this is a big deal because I've never gave out inspiration to anybody because I'm new to 5th edition. So surprise.
So where does he plug that in?
Actually, that is on your character sheet. It should be in your character sheet. I think you're able to add it, or am I supposed to add it? I don't know. But we're figuring it out.
Yeah, I know there's like temporary... Oh, inspiration. To the right of your walking speed at the top.
Yep. It allows me to put, if you're giving me 1, it means I can put 1 towards an attack roll, saving throw, or an ability check. It'll give me advantage on that roll.
Right. Very good.
Advantage is roll twice, take the high.
Yep. That's what it is. That's pretty nice, isn't it?
That sounds cool.
Yeah, it does sound nice, doesn't it? Okay.
Does it last for the day, or how's that work?
From what I can tell, it looks like it just stays there until I use it.
Yep, it stays there until you use it, but I don't think you can get... Can you get more of them?
I would assume maybe.
It says just a check mark.
Oh, no,
Like
you either have inspiration or you
not.
don't. You can't stockpile multiple.
Yeah, you can't have like an entire bank full of inspiration.
Triple inspired, bro.
It's the end of the game. Roll advantage ×5.
I'm gonna go super sane. This isn't my final form.
Now it does say I can actually give my inspiration to another character if
yes,
I want.
you can. You can impart that to someone else in your party, which is very nice.
Do you have to like give him a hand job or what? How's that? Well, I want to inspire the fuck out of you.
Yeah, so here's the reach around for inspiration. Is that what you're
Yeah, I'm
saying?
like, how do you pass that along?
That's messed up. Okay, so you all
I
end
give
up.
on.
words of encouragement, and it takes heart.
Words of encouragement. Got it.
Just stop.
All right.
Taking that deity's
I
name to
wanna-
heart, huh?
Okay.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna start calling it like Hawar because the name is just
Hawar.
like it just doesn't sit right with me. Hawar, Hawar.
Okay. So you all end up meeting back in the center of this temple district. There's a large fountain there that you see that Athena is sitting at, just sort of looking, people watching for the most part.
I like people watching.
hmm So, what are you doing from there? Like I said, it's a big city.
So she sold the thing.
Yep.
We did the religious thing.
Bright lights, big city.
I guess we could take a stroll downtown and look for, I guess, some public entertainment, or if there's somebody soapboxing. If you guys want to do that.
Regardless of what you guys decide to do, I think I'm going to go check out the ship because it's been a while since I've been on one, and I would like to get my bearings on what's going on that ship.
Okay.
Okay.
So what I would like to do is sort of eavesdrop throughout. So I would be somewhere, but maybe listen to around. Get a feel for things.
Okay.
Keep my hood on,
Keep your hood up. Okay. That's cool.
just in case.
So where are you doing this at? You're just kind of walking the streets, just checking stuff out? Or are you...
Yeah.
Are you... Okay, so you all are kind of splitting up?
Well,
Yeah.
I'm gonna follow the mouse.
The mouse. I'm
Follow
gonna
the
follow my
mouse.
husband. Yeah, the mouse.
Well, that way you can be like, more incognito and get away with not getting attention drawn to you by yourself.
Oh, I'm being stalked.
Oh, what's up my butt? Oh. Oh. It's
Okay.
just a shapeshifter.
Alrighty.
I guess so.
So, Apton and Athena, you all make your way down to the docks to check out the boats that are moored there. Now, all along the dockways, of course, the shoremen are loading vessels and hoisting goods off the sides of newly arrived ships. And sitting at the end of a very long pier lies the Chaste Maiden. And as you approach the ship, this is a very large ship. It looks as though at one point in time it may have been a cargo galleon, but it has been converted over, from what you can tell from your vantage point, it doesn't look like it's probably a cargo vessel any longer. Maybe it's been converted to strictly a passenger ferry, but it holds enough people that you would it would be probably quite profitable from what you're able to tell. So you sort of look at the gangplank onto the ship has not been put out. It's not touching the dock. So you're kind of thinking that maybe the crew's on board, getting prepared for tomorrow's voyage. Every once in a while you do see someone preparing lines up on the masts, but in comparison to what you were used to, Apton, this is a much larger vessel, probably the type of vessel that if you were at sea, your pirate friends would have immediately taken it as a treasure vessel and probably would have plundered it.
Ah, what a beautiful sight to see. If only the rest of my crew were here to see it with me.
Yes, unfortunately, they're not. So every once in a while, like I said, people are moving around, but they're longshoremen, people who are working on the docks. You do see some fishermen, but you don't see a lot of the crew. Especially don't see someone who you would consider an officer or, even the captain himself.
I'm gonna see if I recognize anybody from my travels, maybe that I might have known as another pirate or anything like that. Maybe throw the pirate gang sign up, which I don't know what that might be, but I could always assume it's just like a cover
He's-
your eye and see
he's-
if anybody repeats it.
Yeah, he's throwing pirate gang signs. Okay.
Well, P for pirate,
pirate
so
what?
they just whip their dick out and
I don't remember this ever being
P
okay.
for pirate.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
I-
I've seen Pirates of the Caribbean. I don't remember ever seeing Johnny Depp ever do this.
No, not even.
It was in the
before Disney.
extended cutscenes.
Oh,
You gotta watch
yeah.
the whole thing, Brian.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Was it the end? Was it a blooper? You know,
Yeah,
kind
it's
of
on the
like yeah, it's the
blooper reel.
blooper reel. Yeah. Okay.
Maybe I'm just on the wrong website. I don't know. I get lost. It's a large internet.
Yeah.
Rule 34. Yeah.
Rule 34. Great.
So, listening to people, do I hear anything interesting? Perception.
You do hear yeah, go ahead and give me a perception check just to see if you were able to pick up anything of any great importance. No, I mean you hear things like chatter, you know, people talking gossip, just local stuff that really doesn't strike you as being pertinent to you or your party or your mission. You
Cool.
just seem to be kind of blending into the background here.
Very nice.
Nice. Just what you were looking for. All right.
Just how I like it.
Well,
If nothing comes from nothing, then I will head to the docks as well.
okay. So as you were around there throwing gang signs, pirate
I
signs.
walk to the docks and he's got it whipped out and I'm like, what the fuck? I don't know this guy and his little rat penis. I'm just gonna, yeah. No, I'll approach.
Oh no. Yeah. Rapids. Great. So yeah, after probably a couple of minutes of doing all these interesting interactive signs with your hands and things, you do realize that most of the people here, you do see every once in a while you kind of figure maybe another brethren of the coast there is sort of giving you a look and maybe a nod, but it's no one that you've actually met. So you're kind of thinking, okay, maybe these are old pirates or maybe young guys who are looking to get into the trade. But you don't see anyone from your old crew.
Well, they're all dead too.
I hope he doesn't see him.
Yeah, if you don't see them, that's probably a good thing.
I see dead pirates.
Okay,
I'm
schizo.
gonna go up to one of the older looking guys who may have given me like kind of like the nod,
Mm-hmm.
and
The nod.
ask them how do the waters fare?
Yes, as well. It looks as though we're going to be up for a little bit of weather here in a couple of days, but it's all coming from the south, so anyone heading north should be fine.
Anything you think might bring any troubles other than the weather?
Oh no, not around here. There is the city guard, and of course the navy itself does patrol the lakes and rivers, so we don't have too much to worry about.
Very good, very good. Well, take care and thank you for the information and best with you. May you
Yes.
strike gold wherever you go.
Thank you. Fair winds and full sails to you.
There it is.
So-
He knows the saying. Shane don't know it. I was waiting for it. I was like, one of you is gonna say it.
Fair winds and full sails, man. Tight lines for those fishermen. Alrighty.
Get it right, get it tight.
That's right. Okay. So, you find yourselves just kind of looking around and checking out things on the dock. Athena, is there anything that you wanted to do while you were out and about. You spend probably about a good 2 hours, just sort of 2 or 3 hours actually, after you get back from the temple area, and you and from selling the crossbows and things like that. So you burn about 3 hours of time. So let's see, you arrived at noon. You had 45 minutes of the dancing bear, plus another. Yeah, so it's almost 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
So, do we have provisions? Those are all taken care of and good to go on the boat?
Oh yeah, you'll probably have nothing to worry about on the boat because all the provisions are paid for by the diplomatic corps.
Yay!
So, where would I find Henry?
Where would you find Henry? Henry is probably back at the Dancing Bear.
Okay. I'm going to head back towards the Dancing Bear, but I also want to see if I can find somewhere like a liquor store kind of thing.
Who are you trying to lick?
Her.
Okay, so
her they?
as far as
Her she?
like actual like stores that would sell spirits,
Not the holy kind.
well, no, of course not. But you would probably be able to find it at provisioners. They would carry things like that. Maybe a general merchant might also have those sort of things, and you can find those back in the bazaar. So, is there any specific thing that you're looking for, though?
I'm trying to find something of high quality that might not be as common in the northern area, like a Chateau 1923 or something like that. Something to give as a gift.
Okay.
For when we move up there, and just something that might be a specialty item.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sure you can find something like that here, and if you take the time to look for it, you're able to find a merchant that sells wines from regions a little bit further to the south, primarily regions like Celine, or maybe even Olek, or one of those provinces. They would have a good wine selection.
Oops. I knocked something over.
Ooh, that's not good.
And what kind of coinage am I looking for? Or looking to spend, how much you gonna cost me, man?
Well, you can find. I mean, if you're looking for extremely good stuff, I mean, if you're looking for a gift, that's how you may be able to find a cask of a very, very fine wine from one of those southern regions for about 75 gold pieces.
Hot damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about what the crossbows sold for.
Yeah, Dad. Is that what you're saying?
Well, you look at that.
Well, I'll go ahead and blow my load and buy a cask.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay, so yes, you're able to purchase this special wine, and
I'm going to ask them to. I'm going to ask them to go ahead and, if they could, have that delivered to the Chaste Maiden. Chaste Mermaid.
Chaste Mermaid. Right. Okay.
And I will put. I will go ahead and put my mark on it, so that anybody who sees it would know it belonged to me as an emissary.
Okay.
You're gonna pee on it? You're marking it?
Yes, etching into the wood there, buddy. Calm down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Take your pecker out and peck the peck.
Oh, jeez. I don't know why.
Like Woody the Woodpecker.
What are you doing? It's like, yeah, before you can actually send the bottle off, you just take it and hit him in the head with it. This was worth the 75 gold pieces to hit you in the head with this bottle of wine. Like,
Couldn't
Nah.
reach.
What?
what?
Donkey Kong this shit and roll it at you.
Exactly. Alrighty.
Well, he says bottle, and then you're like, "What is it? A barrel?"
Yeah, he said
Yeah,
a cask.
It's a
I don't
cask.
know. A cask is big. Is that the
Yes.
one from Shrek? Like when he fights those people, and there's a nozzle on it. It's huge. Probably not.
Here, I'll give you a
Yeah.
little bit of an idea of what we are talking about here, so that those folks who are not familiar with casks, it's a barrel. A barrel or a cask is a hollow cylindrical container with a bulging center. Very, I mean, of course, like you may be familiar with pony kegs or kegs of beer. If you're looking at large barrels like ship's barrels, like hogsheads, you know, they're like hogshead barrels, which are gigantic barrels. And the only reason I know that is because of colonial history is one of my favorite things. So, yeah, it's one of my favorite things. Alrighty, so there we have it. Okay, so
Catch.
yeah, so you're probably looking at a pony keg size cask of wine that you are sending to the Chaste Mermaid, which is pretty
Very
cool.
good.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's not too
Pretty
bad.
good. Yeah.
All right.
We just had to kill 2 people for it.
Kill 2 people for it. Yes.
And rob
Wait,
their
are you
graves.
using the money that I got?
No, I'm kidding.
Okay.
It balances out. Let's just say he's generous. More
Yeah.
generous than my character.
All right.
And
So by the time you find this wine and are able to get that procured and sent to the Chaste Mermaid, you are now looking at a little bit before dinner time.
Should probably head back for dinner then.
Okay. So you make your way back to the Dancing Bear, and again, you can see that this time, though, being that it is the evening show, it looks as though there is a line out the door, but you already have rooms, and Henry has already saved you a table for the second show. Yeah. So he greets you all warmly and says, "So, how was your day in Dyvers?"
it, to me, was very, very fun and very interesting to see such a different area. I I enjoyed myself. Got to visit with some of my fellow Cord patrons.
Good, excellent. And he looks over at Armos, and so, Armos, did you stay out of trouble today?
Yes.
Yes. Make sure to keep
Yes,
that low profile. We definitely don't want to mess up the mission. Said,
Yeah, I'm limiting contact.
very good. And Athena, how was your day?
Made my pack lighter and my pocket larger.
Hey, you cannot beat that type of success. All right. Well, very good. So it looks as though the second show is about ready to start. I already went ahead and ordered a cheese and bread plate. I hope you all or cheese and bread board. So and they had some some good wine here that I thought would be interesting to try. It is it's a honey wine or a mead, but they have used rhododendron honey. So it's supposed to have a hallucinogenic effect. Let's see how that works out.
Ooh. I'm gonna down it.
And so you all wait as the show starts, the mead flows, the food arrives, and you all have a good evening as you prepare for your evening in the free city of Dyvers. For tomorrow, you set sail to Critwall in Furiandi. All right. Well, folks, I believe, let's see, it's looks like it's about that time where we close up shop. I hope you all are okay with that.
Yeah.
Again,
Sounds good.
thank you very much for participating in this adventure. Viewers, thank you very much for joining us. Again, I am very, very sorry about our technical difficulties, especially at the beginning. It seems as though I did not have a live microphone for probably 10 minutes. So I am very sorry about that, but in the future we will make sure that everything is good and set and ready. Again, we are not professionals. We are but mere mortals, I suppose.
Well, it's good that I gave a recap in the beginning, or they would have been completely blind.
That is
Completely.
true. So yeah, and I'm thinking we're going to
Yeah.
end up doing that more often. Is that in the beginning of our show we will have a recap from one of our players. So Ricky was the first one who jumped to our to jump at the chance to do that today. So he will be spared next time, and so it
That's a
will
lie.
end up falling to Shane or Christina. So I know Christina just can't wait.
Well, we got a tester, so I say she goes next.
Oh, that's
Alphabetical order.
Alphabetical order.
K
Okay.
before S.
RB4K?
Yeah, that seems a little strange.
RK?
Started from the bottom, now we're here? I don't know what to tell you. I was volunteer. I was the surprise round.
Yeah.
Now we're going in alphabetical order.
Yeah. So again, thank you all very much for joining us. And thank you very much, chat, for keeping us on our toes tonight. Thank you for letting us know when the volumes were low and things were not as tip-top. We do appreciate everything that you do. It is for you that we do this. And so, again, thank you for your time. Now, of course, join us next week, next Sunday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for our third edition.
The video should be posted on YouTube. Maybe that one will have all microphone volumes.
I'm hoping.
Maybe.
We shall see. I'm not really too sure if that is the case or not, because as I made sure that everybody else could be heard, I actually did not have a live microphone at all. So
Dang.
there's probably a good chance, but at least we were able to get started, and I think everybody was able to follow the show. So it's not.
But we heard you, so I think the recording might. There's a chance. Check out YouTube.
Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and try, and I will have the YouTube video posted this evening, so you do not have to wait till tomorrow. And so I believe that is good. So everybody say good night, and make sure to tell them who you are and who you're playing as you say goodbye. Say good night.
Good night, everybody. I am Armos, and my name Ricky, and we do this. We out here. Yeah.
My name is Shane. I am playing Cleric Apton Philip Mullins, and buenos nachos to you all.
Christy playing Athena.
And I am your Dungeon Master, Brian. And thank you again for tuning in this evening. Have a great week, and see you on Sunday.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Copyright claim.
They don't own my soul.
They own